worst in state history. Tonight, even an evacuation center has been evacuated as frustration grows.
Not having anybody come and say, hey, this is what's happening. And I understand you should have evacuated, but you didn't, but this is what's happening.
And the smoke from that fire is resulting in this. Take a look. Hazy skies and poor air quality throughout Northern California. You are looking live right now from our downtown camera. What you need to know to stay safe during these conditions.
A Sikh man beaten and a strong message spray painted on his truck. Now, sheriff's deputies are looking into this as a hate crime. Tonight, hear from the victim and what he says saved his life.
They threw sand on my eye, and that was so quick.
News that matters. Fox 40 News at 5 starts now.
We begin with the growing Mendocino Complex Fire that's burning in Mendocino, Lake, and Colusa counties. Tonight, the fire is now the second largest in state history, charring hundreds of thousands of acres and forcing thousands of people to pack up and leave their homes. Glad you're with us tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm Nikki Lorenzo.
And I'm Eric Rucker. And as you just saw with video evidence, these flames have exploded in size over the past few days, basically this entire weekend. The Mendocino Complex Fire is a combination of both the river and ranch fires, although the larger by far in this is the ranch fire. Over 80% of the acreage burned comes from the ranch fire. So far, dozens of homes have been destroyed and nearly 10,000 more are still being threatened.
Yeah, and thousands of people have been forced to leave their homes, and now some of the evacuation centers are also being evacuated. Fox 40's Doug Johnson joining us now live in Clear Lake with more. Doug.
Well, Nikki, a lot of people have come to places like this, the Walmart parking lot in Clear Lake, to camp because they say they just don't have anywhere else to go. And as you take a look behind me here, you can see a lot of evacuees are getting supplies and equipment from volunteers here who are just giving this away. Also have a grill here for food for evacuees, as well as this clothing here. But a lot of evacuees tell us they're just very frustrated. They feel like they're so far out of the loop of what's going on in their homes.
But it's okay. We got our foam pad there.
The back of this van in the Moose Lodge's parking lot is where Jay Michael has been living for 10 days straight.
It's better than a tent or a cot.
His home is in Spring Valley, a community in Lake County that in the past 30 days has been evacuated twice. First for the Pawnee fire and now again for the ranch fire.
They say once it's black, it won't burn back, but I don't know. I don't know if I trust that. I don't know if I trust it at all.
His home was spared in the Pawnee fire, but this time around, he's not so sure.
They burn all the way around it, but there's still dry grass and a lot of trees that can come up this way and it'll wipe it out.
We were kind of in a hurry to go. I hadn't even cleaned the motorhome from last time.
Thursday night, this woman and her husband also came to the Moose Lodge off Highway 20, but by Saturday, the fire burned closer. And they were told to evacuate the evacuation center.
Where else are we going to go?
But she decided to stay.
I wanted to be as close to home as I possibly can. I have 50 chickens out there, and I'm hoping that they're being fed.
And none of these evacuees may be going home anytime soon. More than 273,000 acres have already burned in the ranch and river fires, which make up the Mendocino Complex Fire. Fire officials say the blaze has already jumped many natural and man-made barriers. A big reason they say it's only 30% contained as of this morning. At the Moose Lodge, these evacuees wish someone would fill them in on what's happening.
The not knowing, not having anybody come and say, hey, this is what's happening. And I understand you should have evacuated, but you didn't, but this is what's happening.
And back out here live, a lot of people tell us they did not want to get stuck in this type of situation, so they decided to ignore evacuation orders and, in fact, stay in their homes. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to hear from one man who actually did just that. He stayed in his home, and we'll have more on his survival story of how he was able to save his home with the help of many firefighters in Long Valley. Reporting live in Clear Lake tonight, Doug Johnson, Fox 40 News.
Doug, those people in the background just sifting through the clothes, obviously a lot of help there still needed. We appreciate that report. Let's go back out.